Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rob here, nice to see you. Yes, it certainly is. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Gigantamax Pikachu, seeing as it's just entered the event then on Pokemon Sword and Shield. We will get straight into it. So for abilities, it's got static, 30% chance of inducing paralysis on an opponent if you're hit by a physical type move. Great ability in itself. The only problem is Pikachu is extremely frail. Just like Raichu, it's not going to be taking many, if any, physical type moves at all. On the other hand, Lightning Rod is a great ability, redirects all electric type moves such as Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Thunder, all that good stuff as long as they're not spread, and gives Pikachu a special attack boost in the process. Also, just on the side note, I really like its shiny form. I think it's very vibrant and really cool looking. Let's have a look at notable moves. We've got Nuzzle there. Not quick attack really. Fent is a good move there, good tech move. Thunderbolt, Light Screen. Reflect. Dig from Max Quake, I guess. Charm, not very usable here on Pikachu though, I don't think. Helping Hand, great tech move. Brick Break. We're not going to be using a Volt Switch, I don't think. Or Draining Kiss for that matter. Surf, great coverage. Thunderbolt, Thunder. Agility. No, you're not going to be using Agility. Don't know why I said that. Reversal and Endure. It does get Reflect as well, but I think we've gone past it. Encore. Unfortunately, not as great this generation with Gigantamax Pokemon being immune to it. Iron Tail, Max Steel Spike. Nasty Plot. Grass Knot, great coverage. Wild Child now outclassed by Volt Tackle, which is now available. Play Rough. Don't think you're going to use that because it's still not very strong, but it is there. Fake Out, great tech move, and a Volt Tackle, as you can see. Right. G-Max Volt Crash, an electric type attack that Gigantamax Pikachu can use, and this move paralyzes opponents. Now, this is a really strong max move, 140 special, 130 physical. The reason why this is so good is that paralyzing both opponents is amazing. This halves their speed, and it also gives them 25% chance of not moving for a turn, which is incredibly strong and very powerful. And being able to inflict that on both the opposing Pokemon is just absolutely incredible. Guaranteed chance as well. The only Pokemon that won't affect is electric types, as far as I'm aware. Base stat 320. This is where Pikachu's downfall starts to begin now, unfortunately. First, let's just have a look at its G-Max form there. I really like the fat Pikachu vintage look, and I think its shiny sprite looks absolutely amazing as well. Yeah. Previously, G-Max Pikachu couldn't have its hidden ability Lightning Rod, and it could not have Volt Tackle. So they're two new additions to G-Max Pikachu there, will make it much more viable than it was before. Next, let's have a look at stats. So 35 HP garbage, 55 attack garbage, 40 defense garbage, 50 special attack garbage, 50 special defense garbage, and 90 speed, which is pretty good in this current meta. 90 speed isn't too slow. If it had the 120 base speed that your partner Pikachu had on Let's Go Pikachu, we'd be looking at a completely different ball game here, because it has much better stats across the board, but that's completely irrelevant here. But otherwise, yeah, stats very poor, which is to expect from a non-fully evolved Pokemon. One thing Pikachu does have going for it though is its signature item, a Light Ball. When held by Pikachu, its attack and special attack is doubled, effective if you're giving Pikachu 110 attack and a 100 special attack, which obviously adds a lot more offensive pressure to Pikachu. Still, this does not make it broken or everything, because it does require a held item slot to make that work, which means it can't have Focus Sash. It's still incredibly frail. That means it does hit harder than a Raichu, but obviously Raichu's got the 110 base speed and more bulk. That really does make a difference. Right, I think that's everything there. So let's go over to Pokemon Showdown now. Right, first set is a more of a general supportive set on how I use my Raichu most of the time, with Focus Sash, Lightning Rod, Thunderbolt, Nuzzle, Brick Break, and Fake Out. Very standard set here. Can take advantage of the Lightning Rod boost that Thunderbolt. Unfortunately though, all these moves are going to be super weak still, because obviously you got the Focus Sash and you don't have the Light Ball. This set typically works better when you're partnering it with a Pokemon such as G-Max Lapras or another Pokemon that's going to prefer to Gigantamax or Dynamax over Pikachu here. This Pikachu still has the option to Dynamax though, or Gigantamax, sorry, if the option is there. Otherwise, it's more of a support set. But honestly, though, if you're going to bring Pikachu, you're going to be looking at a Gigantamax set for the most part. Second set is the most used set, which is Thunder, Grass Knot, Surf, and Protect. Very standard, max special attack and speed. Light Ball here makes you deal as much damage as possible. Thunder is the strongest G-Max Volt Crash you will get. Grass Knot, great coverage, you can set up grassy terrain. Surf, you can set up rain. If your Pikachu is still alive after its 3 turns, you've got that 100% extra Thunder. You can partner with it Pokemon such as Toxicroak and Lapras that are immune to water type moves and can take advantage of that Surf. Gastron as well, for that matter. So yeah, that's an option, very standard there for Pikachu. Not really much else you could do with this, to be honest with you. I mean, you could replace Protect with Helping Hand, which will still turn into Max Guard. It does make Pikachu vulnerable outside of it though, which is a problem. You could also add Fake Out over Protect if you really wanted to, or Fake Out over Grass Knot. I think Thunder and Surf there are very important though. Next is a physical type of Pikachu, which is personally my favourite kind. On this, I think this is personally what I would use as a G-Max Pikachu. Volt Tackle, Nuzzle, Brick Break, and Protect. Brick Break offers attack boost for both you and your partner, which is great if you're partnering with if the Pokemon on your field next to you is a physical type. If you choose not to Gigantamax, Nuzzle can still offer the same paralysis support for Pokemon such as Gyarados and Lapras and any other base 60 or 80 or basically mid-speed tier Pokemon, which is obviously very useful. Light Ball here means Pikachu has no sash, just like the previous set, which means you're extremely vulnerable to being a one hit, which is why Protect is very important here. It's definitely the 4th move of choice in my opinion. If you want to be more risky though, you could go for Helping Hand. You also have the option to do Reversal and Endure. Endure 1 HP, fire off some strong reversals, and Reversal also turns into a 100 max move, which could be useful. Personally, I prefer the tech of Brick Break. It allows for you to break opposing screens, as well as set off, say, Lapras' weakness policy, which is good. Volt Tackle here deals massive amounts of damage outside of Dynamax with that Light Ball. Obviously, with the Light Ball, you're not really caring about the recoil anyway. But Pikachu's so frail. The recoil damage is really laughable and not really to worry about, to be honest with you. Personally, this is my favourite set, though, if I had to choose. On terms of partner, here we've got Gyarados. This is a very standard Moxie Gyarados. Jolly, max speed and attack. The only problem is this conflicts with Gigantamax Pikachu a bit, because this sort of Gyarados is going to want to Dynamax most of the time to really get the feel of that Moxie boost and really take advantage of that power. But on the other hand, you could run a Adamant Gyarados here. So Adamant, you could run Intimidate. Instead of Bounce, you would put on probably Taunt. There we go. And instead of Protect, you could probably put on Dragon Dance. Now, EVs, you'd want to put 44 here. This will allow you to outspeed Dragapult after it's been Paralysis. I would also go with max HP for bulk, and the rest would just be in attack there. So this is a nice bulky Gyarados set. Obviously, Intimidate is going to help support Pikachu there. You could have Life Orb, but personally I think Citrus Berry would be better in this situation. Yep. Right, so yeah, this actually partners quite nice with G-Max Pikachu. Gyarados really appreciates the Lightning Rod support, only making it weak to rock types, and it does have that Waterfall there and that Power Whip. Obviously, it, like I said, it appreciates Paralysis support, Lightning Rod support. Taunt can greatly help stopping Pokemon like Dusclops set up Trick Room. And Dragon Dance is a great move there to help Gyarados set up with the support of Pikachu. Obviously, you know, if you get off a move first for G-Max Pikachu and you paralyze both opponents, you know, there's a good chance there that one of them is not going to attack and you've got yourself a free Dragon Dance, which is really great. I personally like that combination very much. Physical Pikachu can also boost its attack, as well as boosting Gyarados' attack there, as well as applying speed control, which honestly I think is a pretty amazing combo there. Another partner is Togekiss. Again, Pikachu being so frail, it really appreciates Follow Me support. Obviously, Togekiss being one of the best Follow Me users in the game currently, can also redirect any ground type moves that aren't spread, such as Max Quake, High Horsepower. Obviously, Togekiss is not going to be affected by then. Effectively taking a free hit there for Pikachu. Helping Hand helps boost out the damage output. Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash for general support. You could add Serene Grace as well. With Air Slash, you're now doing Parafusion, which is no, not Parafusion, sorry, Paraflinch, which is actually pretty cool. So Pikachu Togekiss, also quite a nice combo. And again, like I said before, you got weakness policy Lapras. Obviously, Pikachu having access to Brick Break is really cool. Being able to set off its weakness policy, moving before Lapras. Pikachu also does appreciate screen support. Again, no, it'll still be super frail. Very standard, bulky G-Max Lapras set here. You could add Thunder over Psychic. Personally, though, I mean, I've run this before. I've run Thunder on my Lapras, even though I paired it with Raichu. You have to be wary not to click Thunder if your Pikachu with Lightning Rod is on the field, though, because obviously you're going to redirect it into yourself, effectively losing the whole turn of Gigantamax there, which is a bit crap. If you're running Surf Pikachu as well, obviously Water Absorb is a great ability. This will heal some of Lapras's HP. Personally, though, I prefer Shell Armor. Psychic here means you can hit the champ as well as not being affected by its critical hit moves. Again, no, it's not a video about Lapras, so we won't get into it too much. Also, I forgot to say the spread here on Togekiss is a bulky attacking set. Lots of damage output, enough speed to outspell Dragapult at +2 or if it's paralyzed. And the rest in HP just to as much bulk as possible, because Togekiss is lovely and naturally bulky. Other great partners for Pikachu are Pokemon like Bravery. It appreciates the redirection from the flying type moves. It appreciates Max Knuckle Boost. Other partners, anything that's weak to water, such as Pelipper, Dreadnought, you could argue, and any other Pokemon that require speed control from the likes of Paralysis. But yeah, that's pretty much Pikachu's sets there. There's not really too much you can do with it. Its move pool is pretty shallow outside of that. It has loads of great supportive moves, but of course they're not very good on a G-Max form. But it is what it is. Otherwise, yeah, Pikachu's pretty solid. I personally like this set the most. I think I really like the physical Pikachu. Let's go have a look at Picalytics though, and have a look and see what Pikachu's being used like here. The three most popular moves are Grass Knot, Protect, Thunder, and Fake Out. No, sorry. Grass Knot, Protect, Thunder, and Surf. Then we've got Fake Out, Thunderbolt, Helping Hand, Brick Break, Volt Switch, Volt Tackle. Terms of partners, we've got Togekiss, Extra T-Tar, Gyarados is there, Clefairy, another good Pokemon with Follow Me, and Fringard to help support Pikachu. Light Ball is obviously the most obvious choice here. Sometimes Focus Sash. Most of the abilities here are static only because Lightning Rod has only just become available for Pikachu. So do bear that in mind. Spreads here, we've got Hasty and Timid seem to be the most used, which I think is probably your best bet. With a Hasty, you can go for a mixed attacking set like this. Take advantage of Raichu's Light Ball attack and special attack, because you could take Focus Sash off here and still put a Light Ball if you really wanted to, like so. Again, no, you become very vulnerable to attacking moves without Protect, which is really unfortunate, and Pikachu really needs that Protect there, which is a bit sucky. Apart from that, though, I don't really think there's much else to say about Pikachu. There isn't any data yet on Babry.net because not many people are obviously using Pikachu. That might change now its G-Max form is more viable, because Volt Tackle and Lightning Rod have only just become legal with G-Max Pikachu, as well as its shiny form. So do bear that in mind. Yeah, but I think G-Max Pikachu looks pretty solid, really. Yeah. I like it a lot. Right, okay, so that's pretty much it for G-Max Pikachu, though, I think, to be honest with you. If you want to get a Light Ball, you don't know how to get one, you can steal one from... You can get one from a Pikachu in the wild area, or wherever it spawns in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't know what the rate is of it having one. I think it's like 5%. Yeah, so any Pikachu you find with a 5% chance of having a light ball, that is the only way to get it. Apart from that, I think that's everything about Pikachu that can be said, that needs to be said. Will I use it? I will definitely consider it. Personally, I think it's a little bit niche, a little bit gimmicky. Don't get me wrong, G-Max Volt Crash is an extremely powerful move. Being able to paralyze both opponents at the same time, guaranteed, is pretty OP. The only drawback is you have to use a extremely frail Pikachu that doesn't hit very hard unless it's got a light ball. But it is what it is. With great power comes great responsibility, as they say. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. Will I use it? Yeah, I'll consider it. I might use it for fun. I might try it out. I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I prefer Raichu, as you all well know. But until later on, when I see you all, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the guide. I hope it's useful to you. If you found other ways to use G-Max Pikachu, do let me know. Let me know if you're going to try use it. If you're going to try use it. But otherwise, that's it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all later. Rob out.